Beast Wars Transformers episodes 1 and 2. Now, these first two episodes I really loved. I had a great time with them. Getting into the series, it was Beast Wars Part 1 and Part 2. And, that's kind of why I did it, as its own thing. I'm sure that's probably how it premiered. Maybe not, because it does end with the next time on Beast Wars, but it was really freaking sweet. Like, I had a great time with this. The animation, not too horrible. Like, I was kind of right. I did like my little review of like the prequel comic before I started watching the episodes, and I was thinking, like, I think I said it in the review. That show kind of still holds up. The graphics aren't really bad or anything like that. And watching it, it was really good. It was like, it wasn't like the best, but it still kind of holds up. There's like a couple little things like, oh, it looks a little choppy or something, really minor stuff. It's like ultimately, I thought it still looked great. And the theme song, I forgot about how much I love that. And I'm like, everyone knows the X-Men theme song, but I feel like not enough people remember and play up the Beast Wars theme song. It's really freaking cool. And it's really simple. It's just instrumental, and it's like a crazy guitar in that too. But really simple. There's no lyrics except for they yell Beast Wars at like the very end of it. But such a good theme song. I'm not tired of it just yet. I've only listened to it, a couple of times because it's in the intro as well as the outro, because it has like a full outro. So it's in the intro, outro, and then the menu as well. But so far, not tired of it. I'm sure, just like the X-Men theme song, I listened to that when I was in like the whole first volume. I'm pretty sure I listened to every single opening episode. So eventually I'm sure I'll be skipping it, but for now, it's really cool. And going through getting to know the characters again was really awesome. So we have Optimus as a part of the leader of the Maximals. Then we have, of course, Megatron as the leader of the Predacons. And it was really cool. We have the Dinobot, who is like, he's like the Starscream of the show, except they kind of cut that off basically in the very beginning of it. And it's like he challenges Megatron. It's like, he called him an idiot and stuff. And Megatron, this is like right after they transform. And because there's too much Cybertron, because they're on Earth, or too much Energon on Earth. So it's like they have to stay in their maximal forms to protect themselves. Otherwise they'll seize up. Basically they'll freeze and they'll be overpowered. It's too much of a good thing. Kind of just across the planet. So they scan all these different creatures and stuff, and the Maximals do the same. And so we have them, they jump back through time by accident, and they end up landing on Earth. And so the Dinobot is like, like, you're an idiot, you led us to the wrong time, we can't use this thing, which is the golden disc. And it's like, you're an idiot, and he throws it at him, and then he's like, what did you call me? And he like walks out of the shadows as a T-Rex, and it was really cool. And the guy stood up to him. Like, the Dinobot was pretty awesome. I was like, man, I didn't remember it being like this, because I didn't really recognize a lot of stuff. And it was super cool. Like, he stood up to him. Unfortunately, he got, put in his place, and he was sent away like 100 million feet, because Megatron was like talking to him and stuff. And it's like, there's more to, being a leader than like courage, and there's also cunning and stealth and stuff like that. And he's like, isn't that right? And I believe it was Scorponok that he said it to, and then he just moves out of the way, and Scorponok just shoots a rocket at the Dinobot, and he just sends him flying off. And I was like, holy crap, he's gone. Like, he was just gone until the very end of the episode. Then he challenged Optimus. But it was really cool. Rat Trap is a bit of an a-hole in this, which I found hilarious, because I like the dynamic of it, because the characters aren't like the original Autobots and Decepticons. Like, Megatron does lead the Predacons, but Optimus wasn't really the leader of the Maximals. It wasn't like that. He was kind of just, they're on like a cargo mission. Like, and that was it. And then they had to go and intercept the Predacons, and then they all get shot back in time. So you have four Maximals, and this guy who's like the leader of a mission, but he wasn't like a commander for battle and stuff like that. That wasn't their position. They had weapons, of course. But I like that idea. I was like, it's kind of cool. He's trying to lead this team. Everyone else is kind of falling in line. Rat Trap, though, was just being an a-hole the whole way through, which I thought was really funny. And every time Optimus gave him, like, an order or something like that, he's like, but they have their first big battle, and Cheetor has to, he's dealing with, I'm going to forget some names until I get back into the show, but he's fighting, like, the Wasp character. Waspinator, I think. Really simple name, but, But he's dealing with them, and then the rest of the Predacons get there, and the rest of the Maximals get there, so they have like their first big battle. And Cheetor gets trapped behind like a rock, because some rocks fall on him, and his leg gets caught. And so Optimus tells Rat Trap, like, hey, you go rescue him, and we'll give you cover fire. And And he's like, screw that. Basically, every time he was supposed to do something or help anybody, it was like, no, F that crap. You guys go kill yourselves. I'm going to stay here and stuff. And, Optimus, and he goes and saves him, and then he gets mad at him. Because it's like, I wouldn't tell you to do anything. I wouldn't do myself. But we could have given you better cover fire than you could have given us. And it was really cool. And then when they have their battle, when Optimus fights Dinobot in the beginning of the second half, or technically, the second episode, it's the same sort of thing. It's like, we have to save Optimus and the Dinobot because they're on like this little bridge, and then the Predacons show up again, and they're trying to kill them both. And same thing, Rat Trap is like, that's that dude. Like, no, he said something. It was like, no circuits off of me, or something like that. And I was just like, man, he is just such an a-hole. And it was kind of funny. And they had an argument when they're fighting towards the end of the episode before they have the big battle at the end of the second episode. They're dealing with two of the flyers. And it was so funny. It was like they're going through, and Optimus is like, hey, don't attack them, because if you hit the rocks and stuff, it might cause an avalanche and we'll be like crushed in here. So he goes out, he deals with the flyers, but they kind of come back around, and the Dinobot is all about like attacking people. Like, he's super vicious, so he's like, let's get them while they're down, and he shoots like laser beams, but he was basically just only hitting the rocks. It was kind of funny, and that almost lands on Rhinox, I think is his name. And so Rat Trap got really mad, and he like put his his gun or blaster, whatever they're gonna call him in the show, and he puts it to Dinobot's head. Like, he knocks him down first and then puts it on his head, and then Optimus swoops in and he's telling him like, hey, don't do that, I'm giving you an order. And they got like right up in each other's faces. I was like, this is actually kind of cool, because it's not the same dynamic that I'm used to, where it's like Optimus is the leader and everyone else does what Optimus says. It's like he's thrown into this leader position because he was the leader of just a little freighter where they transferred some stuff, and now they're in a life or death situation, and Rat Trap is like, I'm not going to sacrifice myself for you guys, and I'm not going to follow orders that I don't want to follow. Like, we have this Predacon who initially challenges Optimus because he's like, I'll kill you, and I'll take over as leader of the Maximals to take out Megatron, and then, destroy the Predacons as well. And so he still doesn't trust him, of course. It's like, he's a Predacon, why should we trust him? And Optimus is like, he's gonna be on our team. He's on our side, at least a little bit. And I know it kind of evolves from there, just from what I remember. But it was really good. Like, I was like, I kind of like the dynamic of Optimus not just being the all-powerful, amazing leader that he normally is in like the other versions of the show. And it's only with Rat Trap, like everyone else listens to him. But I at least like that idea. And Rat Trap is just silly. Rat Trap is so tiny too. Rat Trap is like the Bumblebee of the show, where he's super small and everyone else is way bigger than him, because after he argues with Optimus, Dinobot stands up, and they do the thing where the person's way taller. He was almost twice his size, and he's just like looming over Rat Trap. I was like, man, he probably would have got destroyed solely based on how tiny he is. But two great first episodes. I'm really looking forward to getting into the rest of the series. The only issue is that I'm going to do it episode by episode, because I know I'm going to like want to shoot through it, because I'm going to be having fun with it. But I had a really good time with these first two episodes. Really excited to get into the rest of season 1, and then season 2 and season 3. And I'm already thinking about it. I might buy Beast Wars Beast Machines, which is like the sequel series to this. It continues the story of Beast Wars Transformers, and when they go away, when it changes from the end of the series. So I don't know, I might actually end up doing that just to go through the whole story. I kind of remember I watched like the whole series on YouTube almost, and it's kind of funny. I remember watching it like that. But I might try to find it on Amazon or eBay or something and get Beast Machines and finish out like the whole Beast Wars storyline. But I had a great time with these first two episodes. I'm gonna watch the third one, but I don't know if I'll be able to review that one by tonight, because my girlfriend might actually end up coming back, so I might review that tomorrow. But I had a really good time with these episodes. I don't know, my plan is to watch them one at a time so that I don't know the story, because it's kind of an overarching story. It's only like 10 characters in the whole thing for now. So, I kind of don't want to skip ahead, and I want to just, kind of remember a little bit and talk about what I think might happen in episodes, and kind of do like I do pretty much everything else I review, and not know ahead of time. But I had a real fun time with these first two episodes, so I'm excited to get into it. Of course, if, for for whatever reason you remember the first 2 episodes of Beast Wars, if you recently saw them, or you remember your first experience or just one of your early memories of Beast Wars Transformers, I would love to read about those in the comment section below. So if you're interested, of course, please comment below, let me know, and of course, thanks for watching.